Hi everyone, Alexis B. Wolf here of the Fiery Sword Global Ministries, and today we are highlighting my book, Out of Obscurity, Helping Women Find Their Kingdom Power and Purpose. I love this book. Not because I penned it, but because of the content straight out of the Bible that goes into each and every woman that God has created and created them for a purpose. I love it because I've gone through the Old Testament and the New Testament. And so in the back of the book, there's a list of all the women named and unnamed. And listen, there are a lot of great books out there in the world about women of the Bible. This is just another perspective. And what I like to do and what I have done in this book is try to make them human. In other words, not just some character that may or may not be fiction, like we watch, Disney princesses, or we're watching a Lifetime movie or whatever we're watching, and they're just a character. They're not real. I wanted to bring the reality of them to life and try to say, okay, if you were in their position, what would you do? How would you handle that? So I mean, oh my gosh, like it took me 10 years to write this book. I absolutely love what I found because it enriched my life first. So let's go to some of the women we have. Let's see if I can get my fingers to work. Oh, and at the beginning there, the first 4 chapters are about what it is to be a woman of God. So not about biblical characters, biblical people who have gone before us, but just what is the wisdom of God? What is humility? So just how to be a woman of God in this current time. But in the Old Testament, of course, I covered the common ones of Eve. I talk about Enoch's wife. We get to some really good ones like Lot's wife and their daughters. Excuse me, and Rachel, Leah, Zilpah, and Bilhah, if I can pronounce them correctly. I talk about Potiphar's wife. What in the world must that have been to be married to Potiphar? And of course, I talk about Miriam and Rahab, Axa, the daughters of, again, I'm not going to pronounce all these correctly, Zelophehad. Oh my gosh, I love Jephthah's daughter. So Jephthah went to war. He was a mighty man of God, but he spoke hastily. He made a vow to God. And what happened to his daughter is really tragic, but how she handled that situation is just off the charts. Amazing. God had to be moving in her life. I do talk about Siphrah and Puah. Let's see, where are they? They are chapter 12. Siphrah and Puah were the two midwives back in the day where Pharaoh was just terrified of the Israelite people and them, how much God was flourishing them despite all their hardships. The Israelite people, God's hand was upon them. And so how Siphrah and Puah they were the midwives, so they were supposed to kill every Hebrew baby that was birthed. And how they approached Pharaoh with such humility, but how they sought the face of God and God blessed them. What I see in the women of the Bible, those who served and honored God, was their intense level of humility and faith that very often made no sense, and how they handled themselves under great duress and stress. So I just highly recommend that if you are a woman who loves the Lord Jesus Christ and you're struggling to figure out, God, why am I here? Why have you given me thus and such a gift, whatever that is? And how do I utilize that for the kingdom of heaven? How can I be a beacon of light into a dark and dying world with the gifts that you've given me, with the way you have made me? So again, all my books are on Amazon.com. So pick up a copy of Out of Obscurity, Helping Women Find Their Kingdom Power and Purpose. God bless you all.